It's kit review time! Howdy, once again, Outback Mini Models, it's Clem, and I've got a kit unboxing to show you. Okay, this is something I won't be building. It's something that Heather's going to be building here at Outback Mini Models. But before she starts on the kit, we're going to do an unboxing and show you what's inside. It's a 1/48 scale Tamiya Russian heavy tank KV1. Haven't really built, or actually we haven't built any 1/48 scale models on this channel armor-wise, so be a good chance to show you. So no, it's not a very big box. Okay, it's probably the size of a shoe box, length and width wise, but height wise it's it's a standard thickness box. Alright, so usual stuff, artworks on the front, and you got the two sides have the same artwork on the front, and on the side here it does show you that it comes with a die-cast chassis. Okay, so it's a bit of weight. I'm hearing a lot from well, some people have actually told me that it's supposed to be scale weight. Okay, so I don't know, must be nice to pick up a heavy model anyway, but yeah, that's what that is for, the die-cast bathtub chassis. And the sides is winter colors or winter camouflage. That's an option that they give you here, or the one on the front of the box. But being a model, you can paint it however you like, so it's entirely up to you. And the colors here, they say it's flat white and XF2 flat white and TS2 dark green. Okay, so it says Tamiya colors available sold separately, and yeah, that's it. So we're going to crack the box open and we are going to have a look. Alright, instructions are on top, normally on the bottom, but I've already pulled them out to put on top to make it easy. And down the bottom there's a set of, there's a decal sheet on the bottom here. Okay, so we're going to pull these out and we're going to get to the rest of the kit in a moment. But first of all, we're going to have a look at the instruction book. Righto, so it's a fold out landscape style instruction book. There's no, it's not a booklet, it's just a big fold out piece of paper. Alright, so starting off with the front page, we have just a bit about the vehicle, and as always they have the recommended tools to build this kit. And this one here, it says you need a screwdriver. Most kits you don't need screwdrivers, but this one you do, and a pin vise, a hobby knife, pair of tweezers. And this one also says CA, so super glue. So if I zoom in a little bit, okay, so it's asking for super glue and some plastic snips and some cement. Okay, so that's what they're telling you to. That is recommended to build this kit. And some safety stuff always in the beginning. You've got your paint list here. Okay, so the paints that they want you to use for this particular build is dark green, gunmetal, chrome silver, flat black, flat white, metallic grey, and red brown. Okay, so that's your basic colors that you're going to need, at least if you don't have paints or anything. So if you're thinking about getting this kit new to modeling, that'll get you started. And there's some assembly instructions here, safety stuff, but with step one we're going to get straight into the instruction, or the steps themselves. So we've got all the wheels, return rollers, the drive sprockets and things like that. So these ones here have polycaps. Okay, so there are going to be a polycap assembly between the wheels. And this here, okay, this is something that we've never seen, well, I've never seen before in my instruction books by Tamiya, because I don't really build too many of them. There's a new logo. Okay, so if you're just building plain styrene plastic kits, you probably normally don't see this, but this is the Tamiya CA applicator, but you can use any, whatever super glue that you've got at your bench. Okay, so that's just super glue. It says affix parts to die cast metal parts using instant cement. Okay, so which is this super glue. So wherever you got that little logo throughout the instruction book, that's telling you to use super glue. And so that's your metal blow hole there, and telling you to glue all the plastic parts onto the piece. Alright, step 3. So we've got the idler wheels, the return rollers. Once again, more stuff to be glued on with super glue. Okay, but remember, super glue, just be careful once you get it on. It goes off. It's really hard to get off, and it's a pain to clean. So yeah, just be very careful when using super glue. And we've got the road wheels. Okay, these are also saying to use super glue. So you're gluing the styrene wheels to the suspension or the swing arms on the vehicle. And step 5, okay, so it says begin track assembly by fitting A20 to return roll, then A24 to driver sprocket. Glue each track link together, and after that adjust fit track to wheel as using Tamiya extra thin cement. Note track direction and order. Okay, so yeah, look at the cleats, which way everything, otherwise you put tracks on backwards. Alright, so and these are Lincoln length, and the top run is molded with the track sag in there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about putting all that in there, so you do get plastic tracks in here. And we go to step 6. Alright, so we go to step 6, and we're touching the right side. So pretty much what you did on the left side, step 5 was the left side, step 6 is the right side. So it is pretty much the same. Just repeat, take note of which way the cleats are running and everything like that on your tracks. And step 7 is upper hole assembly. So it's going to be plastic. You're putting all the fender, what do you call them? The mounts, I guess, if that's what you call them. The mounts for the side fenders, or more deep onto the side. And 1mm hole. So you are going to have to drill some holes in here, guys. So that's your pin vise logo, pin vise symbol there, which tells you to drill some holes. Make 1mm holes. Okay, so that's that. Step 8 is putting together your upper and lower hole, and there is going to be a screw in here. Okay, so, and it's a good thing they've done this, because I think gluing it on its own is not going to be strong enough, and you're going to leave like terrible glue marks and all the rest of it that goes with glue and plastic and metal and all that sort of stuff. So we have screws and super glue. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward, just 3 pieces, B24 and 2 screws for step 8. Step 9 is hole parts assembly. So what's this? This is all your headlights and your machine gun hole. There's only 3 parts there and 2 parts there, so yeah, just take note of paint. It's also telling you to paint stuff, paint your machine gun before assembly. So we've got attaching hole parts 1. Okay, so we've got your rear engine deck with all the service hatches. We got the what do you got here? The machine gun mount, just more armor and more plating to go on top, and we've got some towing parts to go on there as well. That's step 10, pretty straightforward. And step 11, we use your tow cable. So that's a 1-to-1. I think that's 1-to-1 if I get my ruler, trusty dusty ruler. So it's at 40. So that is a 1-to-1 scale. So yeah, just that's how long your tow cable has to be. And you do get a bit of cable, and I think it's string in this case, in this kit. Yeah, so just measure it up with that, and then cut it, and then there's you put in your toe ends there, your eyelets. Attach tow cables to both sides, so you're making 2 of these. Alright, see it says there, make 2. So you're making 2 of those, and whether you want to paint all this stuff prior before gluing it on, because you are going to have to feed it through all these runs here, and they can be quite tricky. And we're adding all these boxes and things like storage boxes and stuff on the side. There's the main gun in step 13. Okay, there's really not much to it. Take note, and here's also some poly caps, and it also allows you to move the turret up and down. And just building your upper actual turret itself, it's only consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts plus, you know, and then that's your back part there. So really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts to build the turret. Nice, quick, easy build. And step 14 to 16. So we're building the top of the turret. Okay, the top plate for the turret. Okay, so we've got all the, looks like the vision port. Oh, are they lights? No, ports. Are they rear? I'm not too sure. I don't really know much about Russian vehicles, so I'm not really familiar with what's on here. And then you got touching the main gun on the front. See, along the turret, upper turret, and touching the turret to the main body of the tank. All right, so there's a not used parts list there. So all that stuff that's in the kit down the bottom here, you're going to end up as spares and goodies for your bits box. Okay, so that's just a twist and lock style turret on this kit here. And the final couple of pages, or the final three pages of the instruction book, is the paint guide and the decals and all the stuff that normally goes with the Tamiya kit at the back of the instruction book. So we've got TS2, alright, so that's the colour for the Southwest Front Battle of Kharkov, May 1942. TS2, it's the same colour again, except, or you can use FX61, that's your option. Okay, so your spray can version or your normal acrylic paint bottle version. And that is Unknown Unit, Russia 1942. Alright, and the final one, it's the same paints again, TS2 XF61, that's for your 145th Tank Division, Western Front Battle of Kharkov, May 1942. Okay, and here's some more, I guess if you want to add some stuff for your models. It's just, yeah, like advertising, I guess, for their other kits and things that you can buy. And that's it for the instruction book, guys. So we're going to get to the kit itself. Alright, so we've emptied all the sprues out of the box, and then all we're left with is this. You can feel the weight just of the lower hole itself. Okay, so it's in a box / blister cover. So you flip it open and this comes out. Alright, and that just folds back down like that. So we're going to get rid of that, and we end up with this. So this is on a package all on its own. So we're going to have a look at this before we have a look at anything else in the kit. So carefully move it out, we don't want to dent it. Alright, so there's all this weird, you can see it here, like it's just the, that's going to need a sand back or something. Just, you can see the imperfection here, right, in the paintwork. So let's give it a sand back and a sand down or a clean up. Same with the inside, and it's got 2005 Tamiya, alright, on the inside of this part here. But you know, everything's, you don't have to glue anything together here. All your running gear and everything like that, the suspension swing arms they're all molded in this metal. Okay, so that's all one piece. So should be pretty good to work with. So here is the decal sheet. It just came in a little plastic bag with a little piece of non-stick paper in there to protect the decals. But let's get rid of that. We're not looking at the plastic bag, we're looking at this decal sheet. 2006, and it has the Tamiya Incorporated logo on there. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 decals on this sheet. So I mean, you're going to blow through this pretty quick for decal wise, and if you're going with 213, you're not going to need 212 and vice versa. So really you're only putting on 1, 2, 5 decals on this to complete your model. So nice easy decal sheet. So the first bag we open up in this kit, it's sprue C. Okay, so these are your turret parts and parts of the main gun. Okay, so you got your machine gun port for the rear, your main gun hatch on the front. Also got a piece of string or a piece of cord, okay, which is quite long. You will have leftovers once you use this, so there's a bit more stuff for your bits box. Okay, just a white piece of cord, and we've got a tiny little runner with 4 poly caps on here, so that's all you get in the first bag. So we're going to take a look at the second bag. So here's sprue B. We've got here is the upper hole for this KV1, and the bag that we're talking about, the instruction book, and it's just the 2 screws. Okay, both of these screws are the same, so like they're the same size, so it doesn't really matter which one you use when it comes to tell you to put the screws in to screw the 2 halves together. So the KV drum is there, and these are crosshead screws. Okay, so these are crossheads, or you got a flathead screwdriver as well, doesn't matter. I think it's slotted out for, so you can use either one. But get back to this one here on sprue B. Okay, and I didn't really talk about the details in the first sprue, in sprue C, I believe it was. Everything was smooth, and I think just being a Russian vehicle and something this small, you're not going to get like mass amounts of like just crazy detail just because of the size of this model. But on the engine hatchets or engine deck, you can see that there are rivet detail, and you know, it's nice, it's sharp. Okay, it's not very flashy at all. Mold lines don't seem to be a major issue here on these parts here. So I mean, so far so good. So I think if you are going to buy one of these models, or this particular model, and you do love your KV1s, I don't think you're going to have much cleanup. But you know, and being Tamiya, I don't think you have much fit issues either. So I mean, we're going to take a look at the next set of parts before we finalize this video. So let's jump on to the next sprue. So we have 2 sprues of A here. Okay, so these are the track links and the wheels and everything that makes the tank go round and round and round. Okay, so like I said earlier on, I'll get rid of this one here because these are duplicates. As I said earlier on, you can see here that the track sags are molded in here, so you don't have to worry about trying to heat the tracks up, or all the stuff you got to do to get the tracks right when you're building IndyLink tracks, and stuffing them with tissue paper, and you know, and all the rest of it. So I mean, it's nice there. The guide horns here are also molded onto the tracks, and the details are actually quite nice. You know, you can see that the details are hollowed out. Okay, so it's not one solid piece of plastic that's running through. Your eyelets or your toe ends here are recessed out, so you can drop, if I zoom in, you can drop that little piece of cord in there, and then just run some glue, flip the piece over, and then you can hide it. Okay, so I mean, that's not bad. That way you're not trying to twist that rope into this hole that you've drilled out and everything just frays. So you know what it's like working with string if you've worked it with before. Okay, so here's your drive sprocket, here's your road wheels, the idler wheel on the back, and all the fenders, like all the cross members for your fenders. And that's pretty much it, guys. Your toolboxes are one piece molded together. You know, if you want to send them back and add some of your own photo etch details, or scratch build workable hinges, or cutting them out, I mean, the options are there. And so yeah, if you want to add more detail, that's up to you. But I don't think for a beginner modeler that you'd really want to be doing this. Just have fun, get it built. If you want to add some normal extra details like toolboxes and things and stowage and things like that, I mean, that's easy enough, and just put on a nice little vignette base would be pretty cool. But that's the kit, guys. There wasn't really much to it. There's only like 3 bags, and was that 1, 2, 3? So yeah, that was the unboxing of this KV1 48 scale by Tamiya. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. So as always, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you later. Bye bye.